Mariners won, Angels nothing, but it could have been more.
It really could have. They've turned 3 double plays in this ball game, and none bigger than this one. Now watch Tony Phillips. He comes and gets this ball. A lot of third basemen would have backed up, taken it on a big hop, and got one. He charges. He throws the second. Now watch this great play by Hudler. Here's a guy that hasn't played all year, but he comes across and makes a double play under pressure. That's what this game is all about. That keeps these guys in the ball game. That kept Ken Griffey from coming up and possibly more in that inning. So that was a big play there for the California Angels.
We are at the Kingdome for the 9th time in Major League history, a playoff to determine a champion. This one for the championship of the American League West, the Angels and Mariners in a flat-footed tie. The winner will go from here to begin the divisional playoffs at Yankee Stadium tomorrow. And now, for the first time, the Mariners have the lead. It is 1-0 Seattle. And for the Angels, not only have they not scored against that man, Randy Johnson, they haven't even gotten a man on base. Not even close. And there's a strike to Garrett Anderson, the 7th place hitter in the order. Johnson has struck out 9 in 5 innings. He has struck out 7 of the last 9 that he's faced. And the slider misses. 1 ball and 1 strike, including the last 4 in a row. All sluggers: Edmonds, Salmon, Davis, and Snow. Slider, strike 2. Anderson struck out in the 3rd inning. Another inning in which Johnson struck out the side. 2-2. As we saw way back when on Sunday Night Baseball, the 2nd week of the season, Joe, when he's missing with that slider, he's still keeping it down. Every slider down. The 3rd, Flowers. Number 1. Well, somebody put it in play anyway after 4 in a row had been struck out, starting with Edmonds. Slider! Salmon. Chili Davis. Snow. 4 strikeouts against 4 guys, Joe, who have combined this year for 111 homers and 400 RBIs. And he blew them all away in order. It wasn't quite the All-Star game back in the 30s when Carl Hubble got 5 straight Hall of Famers, but it'll do for our purposes today.
It will do.
Yeah.
And that is the 14th out of 16 hitters that he has started with a first pitch strike. That is amazing. And that's why he is pitching so well. And it just goes to show 14 out of 17.
Yeah. 1 strike to catch Amundsen. Ball with a fastball away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
John, one of the questions you always have about a hard thrower like Johnson is, can he win the big game? In pitching here in Seattle, he's never had to pitch big games before. I think he is making a statement today saying, yes, I can win the big one.
There's slider. It is 1-2 now. And here they are, as if on cue. Every 2-strike count, and there have been 2 strikes to almost every hitter. The fans, 50,000 plus, have risen to their feet. A foul. A moral victory for Allenson. 52,356 is the big crowd, and that got somebody.
Looks
in
like
the Angels dugout.
Garrett Anderson.
Chuck Finley, one of those over. Manager Marcel Latchman. Man, just what they need. Trainer having a look. Looks like he's okay. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one picked up by Flowers. And to tell you how dominant Johnson has been, that's as close as the Angels have come to a base hit today.
Well, he got the fastball in and jammed him, see, right on the off the handle. That's the reason it didn't have enough sting on it to get through the infield. Flowers over to pick it up, and he throws him out.
2 down, nobody on. Here is Rex Hudler, the 9th place hitter in the order. I mean, other than the foul pop by Phillips to start the game in which Tino Martinez made a fine play, I mean, there haven't even been any difficult plays behind Johnson. It's all been so easy. Slider for ball one. Hudler struck out looking his first time.
And John, usually you will expect that from an overpowering pitcher like Randy Johnson to go through the lineup once or something overpowering, but not to go through the lineup 2 or 3 times, and that's what he's doing.
He swung. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mark Langston, meanwhile, has given up just 1 run in 5 innings. He's kept his team in the game. But so far, Randy Johnson, just a handful of pitchers through the years are the kind who go out there every day and you say maybe there'll be a no-hitter. Johnson, Nolan Ryan, Sandy Koufax, Bob Feller, a little bit low.
And John, from a hitter's perspective, is exactly as I was trying to point out. The first time you go up there and he blows you away, you say, okay, I've got him now. I know how hard he's throwing. Next time you go up there, you say, well, I should be better. He blows you away again. Now it starts to play on your mind.
Off the hands and through, base hit. Rex Hudler, who gave him a great battle before succumbing in the 3rd, this time gets the hit, a single off the hands, and yet another reason for the fans to salute Randy Johnson.
Well, John, he was pitching a little differently this inning than the past anyway. He was going inside on the right-handers more. He jammed a couple of them. He even jams Hudler here. See, now this pitch is inside. He has been working everybody away, and he hits this off the handle. He doesn't hit it that well, but he finds the hole. You can see that Dan Wilson was set up inside. He was not pitching like that earlier, but again, he is making adjustments and changing his pattern as the game goes along. So I think he felt like maybe I have him set up because I pitched everybody away, I can go inside now. And he has done that this inning.
And Hudler, who's in there because he's had success in the past against Johnson, becomes the first base runner for the Angels, as well as getting the first hit. Slider for ball 1 to Tony Phillips. He has fouled to the first baseman and flied out deep to left center. Remember, on a 2-0 pitch in the 4th, he hit one pretty well, although it was a routine play for Griffey. Back near the wall, though, in deep left center. Phillips is a leadoff man, but he's got 26 home runs. Time taker. Rex Hudler, by the way, we mentioned he's hit well against Johnson. Now with that single, he is 6 for 14 lifetime against Johnson. He should be hitting cleanup.
In today's ball game, especially.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if he continues to pitch the right-handers inside. I think that's a dangerous thing to do this late in the ball game, but we'll see if that's what he wants to do.
Hudler has pretty good speed, too. He's not a base stealer like a Coleman, but he is a guy, if you don't keep a close eye on him, he's well capable of stealing. He has 12 steals this year and has not been caught.
He's doing some homework over there at first base again. There was a football game here yesterday. A lot of that dirt is loose over at first base. And it's bothering a lot of the base runners, the few that have been over there.
Swung for the fences there. Well, and gave it his best shot.
Well, that's a good pitch, a high fastball out of the strike zone. And that's what he throws Tony Phillips there, and he gets Tony to chase it.
6th inning, Mariners 1, Angels nothing. But the Angels have finally gotten a man on base with 2 down here in the 6th after Johnson had retired 17 in a row. 1-2 the count. 98 miles an hour on the Judge gun. DeSarcina on deck. He would be next. He got him picked off. Martinez had a hard time getting out of his glove. He's safe at second. Another mistake for the Mariners.
And you mentioned it was smart on the part of Johnson to think that maybe he might be going here and pick him off because he has not had too many base runners already had to pay any attention to. And he's got him, but Tino just could not get the ball out of his glove, and Hudler hustling all the way. Tagged on top, and he points at the umpire and says, good call. Even though the ball beats me, good call. Now watch right here. He can't get it out right there. It has to double clutch a couple of times, and it's still a close play at second. That is the stolen base for Hudler.
Now base hit could tie it. And the slider misses to Phillips. So that's just a huge play.
Very huge.
We've seen all day the Angels getting out of trouble with some fine defense. 3 double plays turned. They caught Coleman trying to steal. And now the first time the Angels get a base runner, the Mariners make a mistake. The tying run, possibly in scoring position. Struck him out. And that's 10 for the big unit. The big guns are coming up. And Johnson doing some cheerleading. Griffey, Martinez, and Buhner coming up. 1-0 Seattle.
The Mariners are going to play for the American League Championship. I don't believe it.
Hi, everybody. This is Rick Riz inviting you to be a part of the 1996 season with your very own 20-game plan. The 20-game plan is easy. You choose the 20 games you most want to see while locking up priority seating for the playoffs. You're also assured a ticket for opening night as the Mariners unfurl the 1995 AL West Championship banner. For 20-game plan information, call 206-628-9400.
This is only a test of your car's braking system. If this had been an actual braking emergency, you would have been instructed to go to the Midas International Brake Sale immediately. Because right now, Midas is taking $20 off any brake service. For any car, import or American. Guaranteed for as long as you own your car. But hurry, this offer ends soon. We know the importance of having sound brakes. That's the Midas way, the way it should be. This concludes this test of our emergency braking system.
A car engine has as little as 1/1000th of an inch of motor oil protecting its parts. But friction and heat can make motor oil become volatile and vaporize, weakening its ability to protect vital parts. Texaco Haviland Formula 3 is formulated to control volatility, fight vaporization, and provide complete engine protection, no matter what you drive.
And more life to your car. Take it to the star.
All right, Bob, thank you. Excitement supreme certainly here at the Kingdom with the big guns coming up for the Mariners. It's a 1-0 lead. Some playoff history. 1962, the Giants beat the Dodgers 2-1, winning in the third and final game with 4 in the ninth, winning it 6-4. The reason we bring that game up, the winning pitcher that day in relief of Juan Marichal was Don Larson. Don Larson. That's right, the same Don Larson who was a Yankee in 1956. Well, John and Joe, you know, Rainey Johnson was making us think Don Larson until Hudler got the base hit.
All right, thank you, Chris. Now the big guns are coming up. Before the game, Marcel Laxman, the California manager, said that if he could get 6 strong innings out of Langston, he would be very pleased. Well, Langston's given him 5 strong innings, trailing 1-0, but he's got a real difficult task here in the 6th. The big sluggers are up. Griffey, then Edgar Martinez, and then Jay Buhner. Griffey has walked and he has lined softly to the second baseman. That's J.T. Snow, fair ball. And Griffey is retired. 1 away. Langston, by the way, going back to that note of being happy with 6 innings, Langston has only thrown 72 pitches. So he might well be able to go much longer than 6 innings.
But I don't think either manager anticipated that their starters were going to be able to, pitch this well. I'm sure maybe Lou did, but Laxman has to be happy with what he's gotten from Langston. But this is just, this is a great ball game, John. This is the way that you'd like to see a playoff game played. Well-paced, guys throwing strikes, plays being made.
Edgar Martinez, a strike. 1-1 the count. 1951, October the 3rd, 44 years ago tomorrow, when Bobby Thompson did his famous homer. It was a tight, tense one. Edgar, who's had 2 singles, lifts 1 foul, and back out of play. 2 great pitchers started that day at the Polo Grounds. Sal Magley for the Giants, and Don Newcomb for the Dodgers. And Newcomb took the lead into the 9th inning. But then the Giants got it going and won the game on Thompson's 3-run homer and won the pennant. As Russ Hodges shouted over and over again.
Well, with both of us growing up in the Bay Area, we're familiar with that.
You remember that one. Outside and low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. When Russ Hodges moved with the Giants to San Francisco every year between games of a doubleheader in the summer, he'd play the famous tape of Bobby Thompson's home run with himself at the microphone, and we always loved to hear it. Well, here in Seattle, a lot of folks will want a tape of Dave Niehouse's broadcast if they win this one today. Although times have changed, Bobby Thompson's homer sent the Giants into the World Series. This will merely, whoever wins this game will merely go into the division playoffs, which is going to happen, going to unfold for the first time ever in baseball beginning tomorrow night. The winner of this will play at Yankee Stadium. Edgar drives one deep and foul. Very deep down the right field line. Bucky Dent. That name ring a bell? The 3-run homer. Lou Piniella remembers it because he was Bucky's teammate in 1978 at Fenway Park. And some fans are already making their travel plans for tomorrow. And that's what they hope here in Seattle. The folks in Southern California are hoping something much different. Did he swing? Yes, strike 3. A low slider. 2 down. Ball 1 to Jay Buhner, and he's been very quiet so far. In this one, he's grounded out to third, and he is struck out. He's batted with men on base each time. Judon, nobody on. 1-0 Seattle. And the breaking ball for a strike. Even though the season was shortened because of the strike, Jay Buhner holds the all-time Mariners record for RBIs, 121 this year. Edmonds and Mark Langston has his best inning, his easiest inning of the game against the big sluggers. DeSarcina, Edmonds, and Sammons coming up.
If you want a new truck, there's never been a better time to buy one of the best. Because right now, your Northwest Ford dealer has a huge selection of F-Series. Choose from thousands of F-150 4x2s and 4x4s, regular and super cabs. For even more power, check out today's selection of F-250s that offer a choice of power teams, topping out at a Power-Stroke 7.3-liter V8 turbo diesel. Shop America's #1 line of full-size trucks. See your Northwest Ford dealer today.
If you overextended yourself in 1995 and find it harder to pay the bills on time, call Consumer Credit Counseling. We have a staff of professionals who can help. We're a nonprofit community service, and our services are free, including experts who speak at community groups. Consumer Credit Counseling, with offices conveniently located throughout Puget Sound. Call today if you need help, toll-free or direct. Call Consumer Credit Counseling.
If you travel on business around the Northwest, you want to spend less time waiting for your flight to leave and more time with your loved ones. That's why Horizon Air has more flights than any other airline in the Northwest. So you can spend less time here and more time here. Touching, isn't it?
Mister, that's not our mom.
Did I mention Horizon Air also gives you a free morning paper? Paper.
We head into the late innings now at the Kingdome in Seattle. This is John Miller along with Joe Morgan, with Chris Berman and Dave Campbell. The Kingdome in Seattle, and the Mariners are leading 1-0 over the Angels. There's ball 1 to Gary DeSarcina. DeSarcina, hitting second in the order, is grounded out twice. He is the only Angel who has not yet struck out today against Johnson. He has 10 strikeouts all told this run. Fastball in there, 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnson has thrown 80 pitches in the game, so that pitching deep into this one should be no problem for him in terms of strength.
And remember, he's 3-0 when working on 3 days rest this year.
Right to third, Blowers, who is shallow, 1 away. The only run of the game was driven in by Vince Coleman. Coleman, who led off the game with an infield single, but then later he got caught trying to steal, and then in the 5th inning he was able to get the big hit. So for Vince Coleman, he's experienced both sides here today. The Mariners have had a problem losing their base runners. Coleman, they've hit into 3 double plays. They had chances to get a lot more than the 1 run they do have. Jim Edmonds, the hitter, the dangerous slugger with 33 homers. The count is 2-0 to him. Still, Randy Johnson has never gone to 3 balls on any hitter. That's a problem. And you saw that last graphic there in the first 5 innings of this game. The Mariners put 9 men on base and got only 1 home. The Angels, of course, have only put 1 man on all through the game. Johnson with 10 strikeouts, no walks. 2-1 to the dangerous Edmonds. Almost not fair.
That is not fair, John. That is not fair. I mean, this is a fastball. It looks like it's going to be out over the plate. Look at it. It just starts to run in on him. It explodes and just jumps in.
2-2. The slider misses, and for the first time, Randy Johnson is 1 pitch away from a walk. Johnson this year has had 292 strikeouts and only 64 walks. Foul away. Edmonds hanging tough. If you make any kind of a mistake to this guy, he can hurt you. And remember, at the Kingdome, right field, look at that big wall in right field. That is a home run hitter's paradise. It's the reverse image of Fenway Park in Boston. It's very shallow. Chili Davis. And again, Edmonds hangs tough in there. Just a matter of survival for the Angel hitters right now. 3-2 the count. Anytime they do anything but strike out, it's a positive sign for them, which is a great sign for Randy Johnson. He has just been, to say the least, he's been overpowered. 3-2. Tim Salmon is on deck. Pop by. Could be trouble. Griffey in a hurry. He's there. No trouble at all.
John, I want to make a statement. It's not going to be popular with the Seattle fans, but that base hit by Hutler may be a blessing in disguise for the Mariners, because it takes the pressure off of the Mariners, in that it takes the pressure off of the defense, it takes the pressure off of the manager, it puts the onus on the only thing that should be important, and that is winning the ball game. So I think that there may be a blessing in disguise, that base hit.
Here's Tim Salmon. It's a point well taken. Salmon takes the strike.
Well, if you're pitching a no-hitter, your manager's worried about taking you out. Your fielders are worried about making a mistake.
Nobody wants the ball.
No one wants the ball. So you get the base hit out of the way. The only things on their mind now is winning the ball game.
Look at that. 0-2 to Salmon. He has struck out looking twice already. Salmon, a .332 hitter, has been made to look like a rookie in this one by Randy Johnson. 2 down and nobody out. 99 miles an hour, and the Judge gun there. 1-2. Chili Davis would be next. That adds up to 10. 10 strikeouts. 2-2. For the big unit. Salmon 3 times. The Angels now starting to run out of time. 1-0 Seattle.
It's all on sale now at your Home Life Furniture store. Save on every piece of furniture and bedding, from living rooms to dining rooms to mattresses. Use your Sears card and save an extra 10% and get 0% finance charge till May. Look for special feature items like this Bayberry sofa, love seat, and chair, or a Topeka casual dining set with 2 free armchairs. So hurry in before Monday. The Home Life Furniture store from Sears. It's everything you need to bring your home to life.
Some days I'm so hungry I'll eat anything that's not nailed down. Fast, cheap, easy, now. Other days, I want something that tastes great and really satisfies. A real meal. And it's worth the ride to get what I want.
The Taco Time Mexi Meal's the ticket for a big meal that's sure to please. All this made fresh with your choice of bean, beef, or chicken. It'll get you going wherever the road takes you.
Taco Time. I'm there.
Powerful.
What you got? I got a guy who got shot about 6 times.
Emotional.
Just chill, okay? Just chill.
Real.
God decides who's going to live and who's going to die.
Get ready for an hour of television everyone should see, but be warned, not everyone survives.
Clear!
Is he breathing?
Trauma 1.
Tuesday night at 9 on KIRO TV 7.
1-0. The Mariners are leading the Angels as we go to the last of the 7th. Here's Mike Blowers, last of the 7th inning. And there's a strike on the outside. What a performance by Mark Langston.
Yes.
He's been hurting. He couldn't make the start here last Wednesday because he was hurting. He pitched Thursday instead and pitched a beauty, and they had to beat Oakland and did. And he's come back on 3 days rest today with everything going against him, against a great hitting club, and he's kept his club right there. Randy Johnson could not have been better today, and yet Langston has kept his club in position to come back and win this game.
And this one is not over. I know the big unit is blowing them away, but the Angels still have 6 outs. The Mariners could use another run.
Well, keep in mind, the Angels are the 2nd highest scoring team in the majors. 800 runs this year.
And that's including the slump they went into.
Mark Langston has only thrown 84 pitches in this game. Flowers has walked and hit into a double play. 2-2 the count. On deck, Tino Martinez, the left-handed batting slugger, and then Dan Wilson. I mean, these are 2 of the highest scoring teams in the majors. 2 of the others are the Red Sox and the Indians. But look what we've got, a 1-0 game. Quite a tribute to Langston and Randy Johnson. Rising to the occasion. Slider misses. Of course, Langston over the years has always been around the 7th or 8th inning. When the rap on him has been that he starts looking in the dugout.
Well, they say if you stay close to him, you could beat him.
The Angels do have those 2 big, strong relievers. Troy Percival, the rookie, and Lee Smith, the all-time saves leader. Base hit! Phillips disconsolate. He made a dive for it and did not get to it.
I think Phillips was upset because he was playing a little closer to the line this late in the ballgame and didn't want to give up a double. See how close he is to the line. He figures if he was playing where he was earlier in the ballgame, he may have come up with it. I'm not so sure he could have. He missed that by a good foot or so.
Tony Phillips made a great play in the 5th inning to start a double play, but
you see he's upset. And I think it's because of his positioning more than the fact that he didn't catch the ball. I don't know if they moved him over or he moved over himself.
Here's Tino Martinez. Nobody out. And Blowers is back again. Blowers is not a base stealer, only 2 steals.
Well, the question is, do you bunt him over with Martinez? My answer would be yes, but I'm not the manager.
Well, Lou's answer is yes, but there's Langston again. He follows the ball. No play anywhere. They're all safe. In his haste to get Blowers, he got no one.
Well, He bounces off because he wants to go to second base. Again, this ball is not bunted where it should be. It should be bunted down the first base line. He gets there quickly. He looks up a little too quick. But you see he didn't throw to first base because Hudler was not looking at him. Hudler was looking at second base because he thought they were going to go to second for one and back to first for a double play. But Hudler was not looking at Langston. So smart play there by Langston not to throw the ball to first base.
Boy, that was a bizarre sight. Rex Hudler with his back to the pitcher.
Well, he thought the throw was going to be coming from second base and he was going to stretch out and act like a first baseman. He did not know that Langston had bobbled the ball.
In other words, he was getting ready to complete a double play.
Right.
Well, that's a lot of confidence in the fielding ability of Mark Langston by Rex Hudler. Bobby Cuellar, the pitching coach, is out there, and Langston's in a lot of trouble now.
All right, now take a look here. Now watch. You see Hudler in your background. He's running to first base. Now watch him. You see Langston bobbling. Now look at Hudler. You can see him at the right of your screen here. Now look at him. He's not looking at Langston. Langston was ready to throw. They still could have gotten the runner at first base had he been watching.
By the way, Chuck Hernandez is the pitching coach for the Angels. I've called him Bobby Cuellar a couple of times. Bobby Cuellar is the pitching coach for the Mariners. Here's Dan Wilson. He failed in a bunt attempt back in the fifth with a good play by Langston. It turned into a force play.
And again, I think this is another smart play. Hey, let's get one more run here. One more run. I think Lou Piniella would feel a little more secure than he does at this point.
The Seattle Mariners are ahead 1-0. They're threatening to go further ahead. The Angels bullpen is very busy. They bunted at it and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Remember, you want to bunt this ball to the third baseman. You want to force the third baseman to field it.
Mike James, the right-hander. Bob Patterson, the left-hander. He's been in a lot of postseason games. Patterson in his days with the Pirates. Marcel Latchman and Chuck Hernandez. There's Flowers at second. Tino Martinez at first. He gets credit for a sacrifice. And no error will be charged for that play. At first they had said error on Langston, then they changed it to a fielder's choice, and I think when they saw what we saw, yeah,
that was smart because that was not Langston's error. He still had time to get the runner at first base, but Hudler was thinking the throw was coming from second. He had his back to him. Actually, a very good play by Langston not to throw the ball.
2-1. That is away from the catcher Allenson. It was not a foul. And the runners have to hold on. I thought maybe Flowers would take off, but he's not a very fast man. So the Angels got a break, I think, on that one.
Well, they definitely get a break here. The ball goes off the glove of Allison, and he has to chase it. I mean, there's no way he can get to that ball, get up, and make a throw to third base. But, again, Flowers just didn't think he could make it, so he took the conservative route.
A very big play. They wouldn't have had to bunt any longer if they'd moved up. This will get it done. Maybe more so. Oh, man. Out at first.
Oh, man.
Tony Phillips with a huge play. But the runners have been moved up. Flowers to third, Tino to second.
You will not see a better play than that. I don't care how long you watch. I mean, Tony Phillips has played his heart out there at third base tonight. I mean, this is amazing play right here. He waited back because it looked like Langston. See, he doesn't want to charge too quickly because it looks like Langston might get it. Now he has to come get it. He has to avoid Langston, barehanded, throws it while he's falling down. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Look at this play. Now, I mean, Langston's in his way. He avoids Langston, throws while he's thrown, and throws a strike.
Well, now we all know why Sparky Anderson loved Tony Phillips so much in Detroit for those many years, and why they love him in Anaheim. Cora, the infield is in, and perhaps the game itself is on the line right now.
That was the game right there, in my opinion, John. I mean, if they load the bases with no one out, you're in serious trouble. I mean, at least now he has some margin for error. If he happens to get behind in the count, he doesn't have to give in. He has first base open. You can pitch tough. You can go for the strikeout right here.
Second and third, 1 out. The infield in. Slider misses low. And ever so important now, Allison's going to call for the slider. He's got to be able to block it if it's in the dirt. Flowers at third, Tino Martinez at second. The Mariners have now put 11 men on base, and still they have only scored 1.
And the question is, if the runner at third is going to go on contact, you mentioned Flowers not fast, but you put pressure on the defense if you go on contact.
That's a call from Lou Piniella. Foul right behind Flowers and down the left field line. 1-2 now to Cora. Cora, a .297 hitter. He just seems to have an act of putting the ball in play. Ordinarily, he's a number 2 man in the order for the Mariners, right behind the leadoff man. He's hitting 9th, just in front of leadoff man Vince Coleman. Today, Coleman is on deck. And hit it.
Well, that was the point I was making, because he had some margin for error. He was going for the strikeout. So he's trying to throw a fastball up and in, and it gets away from him. Actually, Cora didn't move too well either, but that's the margin for error he had because of the great play by Tony Phillips.
So that margin of error has disappeared. And here is Vince Coleman, who has driven in the only run of the game, who is 2 for 3 against Langston. And so maybe the trip to Yankee Stadium will be decided right here. The infield remains in. Ball 1. 3 men on, 1 man out. Flowers, who singled at third base.
And this is
Tino Martinez at second and Joey Cora at first.
Well, this is interesting that he's staying with Langston through all of this, because he doesn't want Coleman to hit from the left side, I think. He wants him to hit from the right side.
A little quicker to first, hitting from the left side. Very high. Now Langston is running out of room with which to maneuver. It is 2-0.
Tough decision here for Lou Piniella. Do you make him take one so that he doesn't chase one out of the strike zone, or do you turn him loose? I say you turn him loose.
I think that's the way Lou wants to do it. He's aggressive. Well, a good pitch by Langston.
Yeah, but that's the price you pay. See, that was a tough pitch. If you're not swinging, that's probably ball 3, or it's a borderline pitch anyway.
Coleman hit a grand slam just, 10 days ago against Oakland, against Todd Van Poppel. It came on his 34th birthday. 2-1 the count. Langston trying to keep his team alive for the Western Division title. Foul back to the screen. Now it is 2-2. Langston has made a good comeback here against Coleman. I asked Coleman before the game, I said, Vince, how are you, man? I mean, are you hurting? Anything bothering you? He says, no, I feel fantastic. I'm too young to have any problems. Played like a young guy since coming here to Seattle, that's for sure. 2-2. 3 men on, 1 man out. The Mariners lead 1-0. Go out and get it. Another tough pitch from Langston. It remains 2-2.
And I tell you what, Langston's showing a lot of heart here. He's reaching back, getting a little extra here with Vince Coleman.
There again, you saw the runners. Flowers at third, Tino Martinez at second, Cora at first. The infield in, the outfield is backed up and straight away. The left field is very deep, even though Coleman's not a guy you associate with home runs. Garrett Anderson very deep in left. Ooh, just missing in center. Langston wanted that call.
Well, he wanted that pitch. I'm not so sure he thought it was a strike, but he wanted that pitch, John. That's the one he figured he could put him away with, the fastball in, because he had just thrown a pitch away where Coleman had to reach out and foul it. That was his strikeout pitch.
52,356 on their feet. A critical pitch in this game right now. Fouled back and out of play. The duel continues. fans themselves may need some oxygen here. The tension goes much longer.
I may need some too, John. This is exciting.
23 pitches in this inning for Langston. It's into right. Salmon, it's caught. The throw home, and Blowers does not even attempt it. And Vince Coleman, in his frustration, throws the batting helmet down at first base. Mike Blowers has shown himself to be one of the most timid base runners you'll ever see. Salmon was on the ground.
Well, I mean, it's just a mistake, and the Mariners have made more mistakes in this ball game than the Angels have, and that's why it's still close. And you see Coleman very upset because he knows what this one more run means. It's a sliding catch by Salmon, and you're right. I mean, he's on the ground. He can't get up. Now, here's Blowers. You have to go back and tag up. Tag up. That's what you're supposed to do. He tags up too late, and then he would have been out. Coleman looks back.
Yeah. Coleman said, he didn't score. Are you kidding me? Now the broken bat. It's fair! Flowers has scored. Tino Martinez has scored. And they all have scored. And here comes Soho. Save! Is just steaming out there as Latchman came out. He walked away from him halfway to shortstop. He's just pitched a heck of a game, and to have it all come undone on that play is just astounding. Well, J.T. Snow, one of the best fielding first basemen. I can't believe he didn't get that ball, Joe.
No, it looked like he was going to get it, but a lot of times when the bat breaks, John, you're distracted for a moment. You see the barrel go one way and the ball is going another. And I'm speaking from experience as an infielder. You see this object coming, you're not sure which is the ball for a split second, and then you go after it. But I think he steamed it more than that. Remember, there was two things that happened this inning. Cutler with his back to him, that could have been another out already in this inning. And the point is right there, to be beaten by a broken bat, ground ball, he is very upset. And I'm not defending anyone, but you do get distracted when that bat breaks.
And I tell you what, also, he took the relay throw himself, cut it off, with Soho heading home, and then he turned around and let his frustration show even in making the play. I mean, he threw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball at his catcher from 40 feet away, and it shot right past him, enabling Soho to score the fourth run of the play. It is 5-0 Mariners. Langston is finished, and Bob Patterson has come on. Luis Soho, of all people, gets the big hit.
Now watch, the bat is broken. Now the bat goes toward Langston. He's even looking at the bat. And I'm sure that distracted Snow at first base. Now here's what you were talking about with Langston. I mean, he couldn't get out of his glove, John, but by the time he does, he just turns it loose. Now he does cover home plate. He never quit on the play. Now he's covering home plate right there. And there's the tag. I mean, you see he is there. I tell you what, if anybody questions the heart of Langston anymore, they need to look at this game tonight. This guy has pitched a heck of a game. He's pitched his heart out, and he's played his heart out. So he's shown a lot tonight as far as I'm concerned.
And for the Mariners, Luis Soho. On a team with Griffey and Edgar Martinez and Buhner, Tino Martinez, Blowers, so many sluggers. And Luis Soho is the man who gets the big hit. It's scored as a 3-run double to Soho, and then he scores on the error charge to Langston.
not a triple.
For Soho, he takes third on the throw to the plate, and then scores on the error by Langston. Luis Soho. The name doesn't sound a lot like Bucky Dent, but they may be saying Soho's name in Anaheim the way they say Dent's name in Boston for years to come. Bucky bleeping Dent. Luis bleeping Soho. Are you kidding me?
Reputations are made in the pressure pack game.
Well, Bucky was a superstar from that point onward, wasn't he? Ken Griffey, the hitter, against Bob Patterson, 1 ball and 1 strike. Patterson was there with the Pirates in their great days with Bonilla and Bonds and Van Slyke and Bell and the Jim Lee. But look at Mark Langston. Everything came undone. I mean, he got the big out and he got a break.
Right.
He got Coleman with a great catch out there by Salmon in the clutch. Flowers made a bonehead play and did not score, and then just a moment later, they all scored.
But again, Coleman should have been the third out anyway.
Because of the failure to get anybody out of that punt by Chino Martinez.
And the face of Langston tells you a lot about a professional athlete. A lot of people say they only care about money. That's not what he's thinking about. Professional athletes think about winning and losing, and it hurts them to win when they lose.
Griffey is down, and so are the Mariners. But Luis Soho has broken the backs of the California Angels. Luis Soho has perhaps sent the Mariners to Yankee Stadium. 5-0 Seattle as we go to the 8th.
The Seattle Home Show, America's biggest open house. If there's too much to see, come back for free another day. February 17 through 25 in the Kingdome and Pavilion.
We can tell our little brothers and sisters, do as I say, not as I do. But they won't listen. We can tell them not to smoke. But if we smoke, they will smoke. And in their minds, we'll be hypocrites. We can yell at them. We can tell them they're stupid if they smoke. We can tell them it'll make them sick. It'll make them stink. But they will do as we do. If we smoke, they will smoke.
With your period, it's always something. If it's not major cramps, it's headaches, backaches, big-time bloating, or that dreaded irritability factor. Good thing Pamprin has 3 ingredients to relieve them all. Try Pamprin, way beyond pain relief, period relief.
I get no time out for pain, so I stop pain on the spot with the Icy Hot Chill Stick. Icy to dull pain, hot to relax it away. And for a cool you can't match, chill it! Icy Hot Chill Stick stops pain on the spot.
Join the many who are watching the Northwest #1 Real Estate Home Show, the Prudential Real Estate Home Tour, every Sunday morning at 10:30, right here on KIRO.
Catch the Sonics on KIRO TV 7. George Karl Sonics take a weekend trip to Vancouver to take on the expansion Grizzlies. Sunday at 3:30 on KIRO TV 7.